Happy Wednesday. Oh, missing once is an accident, missing twice is the start of new habits. Anyone who's read the book Atomic Habits knows exactly where that quote came from, which is obviously that book. But missing once is an accident, missing twice is the start of new habits. The reason why I start off this live stream by saying that is because over the age of 40, things start to hurt. My body right now hurts. This morning I woke up and I did not want to work out. I didn't want to do it. However, I know that if I miss today and there's a possibility that I miss tomorrow, it's the potential start of a new habit. So I knew I could avoid missing today by doing a light intensity workout. And anyone that's over the age of 40 knows exactly what I'm talking about. We don't recover like we used to. We can't hit those high intensity workouts like we always used to. Look, when I was younger, I've done marathons, I've done Ironman, I used to compete in CrossFit competitions. I used to be able to do high intensity workouts 4 or 5 days a week. And I used to be able to fight through that soreness. And I used to be able to go ahead and continue with my workouts, no problem. I tell you guys, after the age of 40, it's just a lot more difficult to do, not only physically, but mentally. And then other things just come up. so um, today, I did not want to work out. So, what I've recently been doing in order to overcome those obstacles of skipping workouts, the majority of my workouts are kettlebell based, they're steel club based, they're steel mace based, and they're also body weight based. The way that I like to program the intensity of my workouts is either high, high, medium, low, or high, medium, low. So, high intensity, or high intensity, low, medium intensity, and then low intensity. So I try to vary up my workouts and program my workouts that way. So that way I can stay consistent. If I miss one day throughout the week, I'm okay with that. If I miss two, there better be a reason for it. Jaden, what's going on? Thank you so much for logging on. I appreciate that. I don't know if you guys can hear those birds. I'm in Florida and these birds every single morning, these crows, I don't know what they are, but they go crazy. Anyway, um, I incorporate body weight workouts for my low and my medium intensity workouts. And the reason why I do that is so that I can stay active. I can consistently have 25-minute, 30-minute, 45-minute workouts that are very, very low intensity that keep my routine and keep me on point every single week. So that way I can get those 5, 6, 7 workouts in a week without taking a day off. When I take a day off for me mentally, it really messes me up. And at the same time, you start to get on that path of missing 2 days a week. And when you start missing 2 days a week, in my mind, after I heard that quote a while ago, you're starting to have, you're starting to create new habits, and those new habits are not good. Um, and I think it's important. I mean, whether that's a mantra you want to stick by or anything else, whatever it is that motivates you to help you get through your workouts and to help you stay consistent, that is what I'm trying to articulate here in this video. Also, when it comes to my body weight workouts, I don't look for intensity on these. I want to take you through some of the body weight movements that I did today. Let's see if you guys can see me here. But I want to make sure that you guys are moving with intention. So if I'm doing something like a high plank, you guys can see me here, right? Let me put this down a little bit. I just want to make sure you know that some of the coaching cues that are going through my mind to making sure that these movement patterns are effective. So when it comes to all these, if you guys follow this channel, when it comes to my movement patterns, I'm very intent with my start and stop points, whether it's with kettlebells, whether it's with clubs, whatever it may be. So you guys understanding and knowing your start and stop points, I think are important, and they're very effective as well when they come to your low intensity workouts. So here, for example, if I'm here just holding in a high plank, and let's just say I'm holding here for 30 seconds at a time, what I'm doing is I'm screwing my hands into the ground. I'm activating my lats. I'm making sure that my shoulders are away from my ears. My chest is proud. My abs are on and my glutes are on. So those are all the coaching cues that are going through my mind as I go through this. and I'm making sure that everything stays activated here. So if I'm holding it, I have a neutral spine. I'm making sure that I breathe. My abs are on, my glutes are on. I'm screwing in. So I'm taking the pits of my elbows and I'm trying to show them toward you. These are the type of coaching cues that should be going through your mind if you're going through positions with mobility. It doesn't need to be high intensity, it just needs to be intent. So anything that's intent based, you know your start and stop points. They're very definitive. So making sure that your abs are activated, making sure that every intention that you move, every movement pattern that you move through, you just understanding, you know, that start and stop point. Set a timer for 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Today I did that for 30 minutes. So find a handful of movement patterns, body weight movement patterns. It could even be something as simple as a burpee, which really is a very high intensity type of movement pattern that we see people do. But you could start here, and I like to start here with my hands in this order position. Like if you know steel club training, this order position is important, right? So what am I trying to do here? Is I'm trying to mimic this order position, or I don't have a kettlebell with me. I'm trying to mimic that rack position with a kettlebell. So what am I doing? My start position is the order position right here, right? Same principles apply. Shoulders are away from ear, chest is proud, abs are on, glutes are on. My feet are typically a little bit wider than shoulder width, and they're pointed straight ahead. So here I start in this order position. Everything is tight. Now when I go down to this burpee, what do? I come down to this burpee, I go out, and maybe I don't go down all the way. Maybe I just come to a high plank burpee. But my definitive start point is here, this order position, and my definitive end point is down here in this high plank position. Just like we talked about before, when I go down to that high plank, all those exact same coaching cues are going in mine, making sure everything stays activated here, right? I'm screwing my hands into the ground. Those pits of my elbow pits are going towards you. My abs are on, my glutes are on. So here, I'm coming back up, order position. Everything is tight. 1,000, 1,000. And I go down and everything stays activated. And it doesn't need to be high intensity. It just needs to be consistent. If you want to go down to a full burpee, you can. If not, that's okay too. Modify the workouts so that the intensity is low, but at the same time, you can stay consistent for that 30 minutes or sometimes 45 minutes. Just really depends on how much time you have and what you're trying to do. I had a high intensity day. Today, I knew I was going to be hurting. So I had workouts planned to kind of to prepare for the way that I'm going to feel today. Ideally, what I wanted to do was I wanted to do a body weight workout of about 20 minutes, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. And then I wanted to do a steel mace workout. My body said no. My body said no. I tried to do the steel mace 360s. I've been doing them like crazy the past couple weeks. My body just hurts. It doesn't want to do it. So guess what? We didn't do it, but I did have a backup plan. And that's the most important thing when it comes to a lot of this stuff is if you do have a backup plan, then you're not just going to go ahead and call it a day. And that is where I think people start to mess up and they start to move onto that path of bad habits. You miss one day or you slack on one day. The second day, you're like, whatever, no big deal. Now you're starting to come up with a new routine that, is not good for your physical or your mental health. For me, working out is huge when it comes to my mental health and my productivity throughout the day. So those that follow this channel know that I have a digital marketing agency where we focus on Google ads and Facebook ads, and the creativity aspect of my position in all the projects that I have and the clients that I have is huge on my mental clarity and huge on my mental creativity. So workouts help feed that mental creativity for me. They help start my day when it comes to a lot of the production that I have with me, some of the people that I work with, some of the people that help me, the employees that I have. So all this stuff translates into my life. So whether you need to do this for yourself, whether you need to do this for your family, your kids, your job, your business, whatever that may be, it starts here. For me, it starts here. For you, it may start somewhere else. But if it starts here on working out, then make sure that it's effective. So that's pretty much all that I have. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Jaden, thank you so much for joining on. Bella, thank you so much for joining. Um, that's all that I have for today, guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. I also launched a new Kettlebell Carlos website. So if you made it this far, visit the Kettlebell Carlos website. It's meant for coaches. It's meant for fitness companies as well. And at the same time, I'm trying to connect fitness companies with their customer avatar, and I'm also trying to get you guys who are working out to connect with fitness companies as well, and try to bring those products to meet with you guys in order to explore, in order to make sure that you guys have a tool to help you guys stay consistent with working out and to stay consistent with a lot of the things that are health related. So that's what that website is about. It's helping fitness companies, helping coaches, and then helping people just maintain fitness and health and wellness in general, especially when it comes to working out with kettlebells, clubs, maces, Bulgarian bags, body weight stuff. Anyone that's a mom, that's a dad, that's an entrepreneur, those type of people, you guys are my people. So I'm trying to connect everyone here on this website and on this blog. So if you guys want to visit that website, I do have a newsletter that you can join on there. I'll put that link in the description as well, that you can join a newsletter where I share a lot of the YouTube lives, and I'm also going to be sharing other blog content that I put up there. So I know I'm rambling a little bit, but if you guys made it this far, thank you so much. If you guys know anyone else that you think could benefit from this, I would really, really, really appreciate if you shared this channel and maybe like and subscribe. All that stuff is greatly appreciated. So, all right, guys, hopefully everybody has a great Wednesday. That's all that I have for today. Any questions or comments, leave them in the description. That's where I'll be. Thank you guys so much for joining. I appreciate you guys.